Douglas County commissioners just passed a resolution in opposition to a state measure that would allow the confiscation of guns. The so-called red flag bill, moving through the legislature right now, would allow law enforcement to take the guns of anyone thought to be a threat to people or themselves. Rick Salinger joins us from Castle Rock tonight. And Rick, the red flag bill pits those Douglas County commissioners against their own sheriff.
It does, Karen. The commissioners voted unanimously 3-0 in favor of a controversial resolution that is in opposition to a state bill that would allow the confiscation of guns from the mentally ill under certain conditions.
We should never, ever put mental health and evil in the same sentence.
Sheriff Tony Spurlock is at odds with his county commissioners. It was just over a year ago one of his deputies was killed trying to take in a heavily armed man with mental health issues. Since then, the sheriff has championed the so-called red flag bill.
Two groups of people don't get to carry their guns. Those who commit felons and those who are so extremely mentally ill that are a danger to themselves and others.
One by one, people took to the microphone to either support the sheriff or argue against his point of view.
Apparently, Sheriff Spurlock has never read the right to bear arms as stated in the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution or in the Bill of Rights of Colorado's Constitution.
I have never had an interaction with a law enforcement officer where I told them how to do their job and it ended well. So I would advise you not to do the same.
But the commissioners were not swayed. Their vote unanimous, not to fund anything deemed to be unconstitutional.
We're not going to do just a knee-jerk resolution or a support of something that's going to grab guns, but that is not going to solve the problem.
Many counties have passed similar resolutions opposing this red flag bill, but here in Douglas County, they have taken great pains not to designate themselves as a Second Amendment sanctuary. Live in Castle Rock, Rick Salinger covering Colorado First.
The number of counties passing measures to defy the red flag bill is growing. Recently, El Paso County said it opposes that bill, will uphold it, though, if it becomes law.